The Transform program is a new PhD program at Warwick that offers a pathway for training new researchers for sustainability research. We aim to train a new generation of sustainability leaders that are able to unpack complex global challenges. Our researchers actually address different global issues. So we're looking at human environmental interactions, we're also looking at social justice, and we're also looking at food and water relationships. The aims of our work is to train a new generation of sustainability thinkers that will be equipped with transdisciplinary research skills, be able to deploy different kind of methodologies and deploy knowledge from interdisciplinary subject areas to develop solutions for global transformations.
As an international community, we are moving from a fossil fuel regime to a renewable energy regime. We are trying this time to make it more just and more equitable. One way to understand if we're pushing forward a just energy transition is to understand the limits and possibilities of it. So in my work, I'm trying to understand the limits of decentralization and democratization when it comes to engaging citizens as active participants of the energy transition, in particular in the Global South.
There are countries in the Global South that have been disproportionately impacted by climate change, yet have contributed the least to causing climate change, that are now having to implement measures around transitioning, but due to critical minerals shortages and the minerals needed for renewable energy technologies, there's now an opportunity to try and fill those gaps through minerals mined from space. Mined from an asteroid or mined from a different celestial body. And so the focus of my research is to take an equity and post-colonial lens to understanding how an equitable distribution of space mined resources can be achieved. I have a concern that unless there is a concerted effort to ensure that there is equity, space mined resources will be held by those with the money and power to actually engage in space mining versus those countries truly in need of critical minerals to fulfill the just energy transitions.
The Leverhulme Trust funding is essential for our School for Cross-Faculty Studies. It enabled us to cultivate a new generation of PhD researchers. So the Leverhulme funding is essential from the individual's point of view, from the student, that there's a generous fundings and stipends to support students to carry out their independent research, but also from the institution's point of view that enable us to develop training programs, for example, like the masterclass and also the annual PhD symposium. So students will be able to use the funding to develop their own research skills, but also developed student-led initiative.
Being a Leverhulme Trust Transform Scholar has been a game changer for me, and it's a life-altering experience. I come from a background that wouldn't have been allowed to study in the UK and have a stipend that can sustain my life without the support of Leverhulme and without the support of work.
PhDs are quite individual journeys, but through the Leverhulme Transform program, I am connected to people in different faculties. If I was doing this on my own, I would probably have scaled back what I'm doing. But because I am a Leverhulme Transform scholar, I feel emboldened to try out new ideas, connecting different disciplines to each other because I have access to that funding stream. So Leverhulme has helped me engage with research in a different way.